Wild time. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
Dude,
What's
that with
up?
the porn music, that really sells it. Here we go. Wild times. We're in studio, podcast day. I'm here. I'm Forrest. Patrick's there. He's Patrick. Peter's on the end, drinking a light strike, hanging out. I like that head. What do you call that? What do you call that head accoutrement?
It's funny because I had to search it extensively on Amazon, and it's called a headband, evidently.
Headband?
Yeah.
That's not a headband.
It's not a headband. A
Headband's, yeah.
is a band.
A band.
Like a wedding band.
All I can say is that when I searched headband on Amazon, it was found, whereas when I searched handkerchief, it was not found.
Did you try do-rag?
No.
It's almost
bandana.
yeah.
Yeah, bandana. I tried that one too eventually, and that was the money one. He's right.
Kyle's, you've been struggling to find words for 2 weeks now.
Yeah.
It's true. It's true.
Is it
Years.
pos you got a brain injury when you bonked your head in the pool?
I wouldn't doubt it.
Okay.
Nah, it's because
Well,
he's in a
you should get that
relationship and the
looked at.
fat starts to build up around your brain
Everywhere,
again.
not just your brain.
true.
Your ankles get fat. Everything gets fat. It's crazy.
It's like you're pregnant.
Yeah.
Well, who are you?
Who am I?
Yeah.
Forrest, the host of the podcast.
Okay,
yeah.
good.
Sorry, did I miss that?
It
Yeah,
doesn't
you
matter.
sure
No
does.
one cares.
It's okay.
Wait a minute. There's a piece of news. Kyle, do the jingle. Let's just get right into it. There's something you were so excited to tell me about this.
Sir, news from the underground.
All right, Kyle was
got?
very so much so that when I walked in the studio this morning before you guys got here, he accosted me with this information.
Okay.
He ran at me and started yelling in my face, "Have you seen the tiger shark footage?" Like that. It was
Like a little, like your
very
child.
scary.
Okay.
I'm not sure why he was so revved up. Kyle, what is this footage and why did you want me to look at it so badly?
Well, apparently in April there was 2 spearfisher ladies that were attacked by a tiger shark.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's video of it.
All right, so you had just gotten back from a tiger shark attack
Yeah.
in the Bahamas. We
Literally
talked
a
about
few
it
days
on
ago.
a bonus pod, but to give us a quick rundown of
Yeah, if you want to see a few behind the scenes sneak peeks, check out the bonus pod. But we were there filming a Shark Week, and we actually managed to get tiger sharks to the surface in Florida, which is pretty unusual. And not one, but 2, and they went into competition with each other and attacked my cameraman, JQ.
Yep.
No sustainable. He didn't sustain any gnarly injuries, but it is some insane footage.
Well,
so-
he did brown his underwear and yellow.
Yeah,
them.
his wetsuit is ruined.
Yeah. Do you wear underwear under a wetsuit?
No, that's people do, and they're idiots. Don't do that. It's so uncomfortable. If you've ever put on a wetsuit, skin tight, just bunches all your underwear up. Don't do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noted.
Yucko.
No
All right, I
tag.
want to see what Jasmine Warnerford and Sam Anderson went through while spearfishing near Kalbarri on April 21st.
In West Australia.
It's always
Here's
West
the video.
Australia. Okay.
Definitely somewhere
All
in
right, so
Australia.
there's a tiger shark.
All right.
Yeah, so it's body language. It's definitely in feeding mode.
What is it? She got a fish on her spear and it came in?
Yeah,
I
so
think
they
it just went. So okay, sorry. Start over. This is chaos. Why were you so excited for me to see this? Is there a fish dragging there? There is. Okay, so all right. Let me explain. Stand by for 1 second. So pause for a sec. So when you're spearfishing, if you're not an idiot and the boat's nowhere near you, especially like on a shore dive like this, you don't. If you shoot a fish, you need to store that fish, right? But if you're doing a shore dive and there's no boat or there's no way to offload your fish, the best thing you can do is hang the fish off of your float. So a lot of times when you're spearfishing, you can either use a reel, so the spear gun has an actual reel full of line, or you can use what's called a float line, which this lady has, to a float in the back. That acts as a boat marker so people don't run you over, and it's a good place to clip your fish onto. If you're a moron like me, you usually just shoot the fish and clip them onto your belt, and you're like, it's fine, I'll deal with it if something shows up. If you're smart like these gals, you clip the fish to your float. So these guys are spearfishing. By the way, when you're spearfishing and you shoot a spear gun, it puts out a noise that reverberates through the water and acts like a shark attractant. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah. And then she's obviously shot a fish and is hanging that fish from her float off the back of her float line. Now, a tiger shark has probably heard the sound, heard the commotion, and smelled that dead fish hanging from that float.
Yep.
And what I'm seeing here is a tiger shark that comes in full-on attack body language. Our back is arched. Pectoral fins are locked. He's going for it. So, chaos. Let's take a look here. If you're just listening, this is worth
The
a
chaos is the shark's got her and it's dragging her right now.
Well, it's got
Holy
the
cow.
float, right? It's got the float, and it's pulling her backwards.
Because the float's tethered to her.
Yeah, exactly.
Duh.
Well, to her gun, she probably could have let it go, but don't let go of your gun because that creates, then
Sure.
you have no defense.
So you can see
Yeah, the shark kind of came in for a bite there for a minute.
This is terrifying.
Wait, so does it actually
These
grab her? I'm trying to
So you see the
understand.
float
No.
here. The red.
There's the float. There's the fish hanging below
It
it.
grabbed the float and it dragged her
and her
because
partner.
she was tethered to it.
Yep.
and her
Yep.
partner was trying to hold her, but it kept just pulling her under.
Mm-hmm.
But then she grabbed her knife and cut the float line smartly.
Is that what it said?
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Well, good.
I
Pull
mean,
10
staying
meters.
calm, and being tactical is incredibly difficult.
But
Oh, in
it's
the
what you
water
have
like
to
that?
do if you're going to survive.
Yeah.
Now, hypothetically, if she had just gone, she had the float line was tied around her waist, so it literally was tethered to her, which it's not supposed to be, by the way.
What is it? On like a little hook normally on the wetsuit?
No, it's
or
on
something?
it's on the spear gun.
Oh, I see.
Because if you shoot the fish and the fish rips the gun out your hand, you need to be able to fight it on the line to the float.
Okay.
But obviously, and this happens a lot, right? You're spearfishing, you're diving, you're going up and down, so it's very easy for a loop to form in that line and wrap around your body, your neck, anything.
Yikes.
So I like this part. So she was being dragged and got pulled down, under the water and was struggling
Yeah.
because she was underwater for a long time. Cut the float line, came up, and then they were like, okay, cool. And then they continued spearfishing.
Went back
and
to diving.
Caught 2 more fish for dinner.
I like that.
Well, she
Big
indicates
respect for that.
Yeah.
she says that the shark wasn't actually being aggressive towards them. So it was just like, would you do the same thing as them? You'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, they're fine. I mean, and that's why going back to Patrick's point a second ago about staying calm and keeping a cool head is so important. Because if they had started like flailing around and screaming and panicking, the shark probably would have come back around and been like, well, this is the prey. And you can see the one friend comes over quick, but then it's all over in a few seconds. So
Yeah.
I feel like they handled it very, very well.
Is that a big shark, Forrest?
Yeah, it's a nice sized tiger shark. That's definitely a full grown tiger. Dumpsters of the sea, right? Tigers will eat anything they can fit their mouths around. So yeah, they're dangerous.
Aggressiveness on the scale of, 10 being the very most aggressive shark, which maybe you can name that one too, and then 1 being the least. What's a tiger?
Oh, like a 9.
And what's the most aggressive?
Probably either a bull shark or a great white shark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. A
Yeah,
9.
but here's a question that I know the answer to scientifically.
Okay.
What's the sneakiest shark?
The sneakiest? You know the scientific answer to that?
Yes, I
Sneak
do.
shark?
Because I've seen it.
Interesting.
I've seen how sneaky they are.
Interesting. Is it the lemon shark?
Yeah.
Why are they? What did you see?
They're just like, whenever you're chumming
Mm-hmm.
and the reef sharks come in first, the
Mhm,
little black tips, the little 5-footers, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then like a couple lemon sharks come in and you can tell they're just like, hey, I'm a reef shark. And they think that you don't know.
Yeah.
And the way
Yeah.
that they look at you,
Yeah.
they're just sneaky.
Very
That's what,
side eye.
It's like a
Yeah.
toddler. Yeah.
that's what bit you, right?
Yeah, twice.
God, they're sneaky.
They suck.
Here, let's see what Google AI thinks. Ask it, why are lemon sharks so sneaky?
This is gonna be good.
And let's see what it
It'll
thinks.
be like, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Let's see.
No,
Can you zoom in? What does it say?
no, they refuse to.
Camouflaging abilities
Ah,
blend in with their sandy environment.
Yeah,
especially
that's
when
why
hunting.
humans are better than AI.
that's right. Because we can be funny.
Right.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can enjoy
Ha,
our fucking
ha,
lives
ha.
while we're still there. All right, it's almost the end of May. I consider June the beginning of summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Except in California, where we get May gray and June gloom.
Well, I think it's
That's
June
true.
It's like
21st.
the mid of winter here.
Yeah,
now.
but it's
scientifically.
June, July, August. I mean, that's summer, right?
That's summer. Yeah. It's summer.
Anyone have any non-work related vacations?
Yeah.
Summer trips?
I have like a pseudo one.
What is it?
Well, first of all, on Saturday of this week, we have a fun plan. We're going to go up to, so First Crossing is a spot at the San Ynez River where they've had the gate down for 4 years, right? And they used to be open because you could drive your car or truck through this river, through the San Ynez River, and go 4 miles up a dirt road
Okay.
to this unbelievable swimming hole area in Santa Barbara.
Yeah.
But it's been closed for 4 years for no known reason. I think just because the county can't afford to maintain it or whatever.
Okay.
Okay.
But my son is finally old enough and good enough at riding his bike that on Saturday, because it's too far for him to hike 4 miles, and
Sure.
it's going to be June gloom, cold on the coast, but boiling hot in the valley, we're going to take his bike. I'm going to take my electric skateboard, and Jess is going to bring her bike with the baby. We're going to make it up to the big watering hole, swim and fish
That'll be
all day.
sweet. Yeah.
That'll be a nice
How
day.
big is the swimming hole?
Like 5 times the size of the studio. It's big.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like a big crystal clear, loaded with fish, turtles, frogs, all
Oh
kinds
my
of stuff.
God, that's going to be amazing.
The kids
for
love
for
it.
an-
It's great. And we'll take a picnic. We'll go 4 miles up the road. I haven't been there in literally 4 years, so I'm excited to see what it looks like.
I feel bad because I keep taking my kid to this. It's a semi-famous spot in Simi Valley out by where I live called Corriganville, where there was a lot of old
Murders.
Well, I mean, I'm
Is
sure
that
there was
true?
murders there, but there was a lot of. It was like a movie set back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah, so
What do
they
you
have. It's a hike and it's like mountainous, and then they have like kind of a area with a big pavilion and all these things. And it's really cool though. There's signposts that explain what each area was. And there's about 10 or 13 of these signposts. So I take them out there and I read them to them, and we have a good time. But I've been feeling real bad lately because whenever I take them out there, there's this little creek that runs through there. And I'm always like, trying to teach him things about what lives outside and stuff. And I'm like, so what lives in the creek? And he knows like turtles and frogs. And then I asked him to make the sounds and this and that. And yet there's never been a turtle or a frog seen. And so now I'm like just desperately trying to figure out where like around me I can go where he can actually like find.
Just invite yourself to Forrest's
Yeah, I was going
lovely
to say,
day.
can you ride a bicycle?
I will. I want to invite myself
Dude,
right in.
speaking of it, so Corriganville, it's like an old movie set that is abandoned.
Yeah.
Did I ever tell you guys about when I got very close to taking a big financial risk and doing a haunted Halloween attraction?
No, but that's
No.
awesome and hilarious.
this should have done it.
This is, well, I'll tell you what
I
happened.
tell you.
So there was a place called Paramount Ranch,
okay.
which is it's like 30 minutes from the heart of LA, maybe 45.
Okay.
Mhm.
Owned by Paramount Studios or coincidence?
Not sure.
Probably
Okay.
somehow tied.
Yeah.
in
No, it's
some
definitely
way.
not. It wasn't still owned by the studio.
Okay.
Mhm.
But it was this massive Western set.
hmm
So it was like the set of like Deadwood.
Yeah.
So there was a saloon, there was a jail.
Awesome.
Really cool filming location. I'd filmed there a few times, and when you like light it up at night, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
You have lanterns in all
Western
the
town,
buildings. Yeah. So me and this a movie producer who makes a lot of horror, like made a lot of horror movies, we were talking. We were like, we should do like a really like immersive, scary experience for Halloween.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Get a bunch of actors, and the actors never break.
Yep.
And we do like an old Western horror thing.
Oh, dude, that sounds sweet.
And so
man.
we scripted out this whole plan
Yep.
of what makes it scary.
At this place, I
Yeah.
presume. Yeah.
Yeah, we hung out there. We were talking to the people that owned it, and they were essentially down for it. It was going to be a big endeavor, right? We were going to have to hire like over 100 actors,
Yeah.
get tons of insurance. So it was like we were really into the creative. We had this really cool idea.
You need an investor.
We did need an investor, but we had some potential people. And then the place burned to the ground.
Oh, no way.
Got
Oh,
completely
so you were
wiped out.
actually going to go for it, you think?
It was like we were flirting with it because
Yeah.
like we would have each had to put up a good amount of money.
Yep.
I
but it
think
was
you would have
so
made
cool.
it back. I think you would have made it back. Western horror, I feel like, is not something you can really get. Like they have Halloween Horror Nights and some other very commercialized stuff around
Right.
here, but like a Western themed horror,
Yeah.
I feel like would be a big draw.
Yeah, the idea is like you're in this Western town and you're just experiencing the Western town.
Yeah.
You're walking around, there's people in the saloon, and there's
Sure.
like, gunfights happening,
Yep.
and people are getting taken to jail, and then all hell breaks loose.
Man,
Who
I
comes
want
in
this.
when all hell breaks loose.
The story was basically that there are people that had been banished, that people were getting sick with a mysterious disease,
Oh, fun.
and they were getting banished out into the woods, like
Yep.
told to leave.
Yep.
And this disease, it wasn't zombie-ish, but it was like rabies adjacent.
Very like
Okay.
Last of Us.
Yeah.
Ish. Yeah.
Yeah, it was pre-Last of Us. Maybe the game was already out, but
Yeah. Yeah.
How
yeah.
did it burn down? Do you know? Did it?
there was
it
a
lightning
big
strike?
fire. It wasn't
like
the most
a
recent
wildfire.
A wildfire
Gotcha.
burned the whole fucking thing down.
Did they
Look at
rebuild
that.
it?
It was the Woolsey fire. No.
Damn, it was the Wolves.
That would be so
Wolseley
cool,
one?
by the way, Pat. I would love to go to that.
Legit,
That whole
yeah.
event sounds awesome.
Like I'm not
right?
even into that stuff, but
Yeah.
I would be into that because it's like a natural surrounding where you're not fabricating the setting.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, it would have been really cool.
I
but
did something
it
kind
probably
of
would have lost my
similar.
house. So
I did something
Your
kind of
pool, at
similar in
least.
New York where you do this interactive thing on Broadway and they lock you in. It's like a 6-story building. See if you can find the name of it, Kyle.
Dude, that's
It-
terrifying.
It's pretty gnarly. And each floor of the building has its own sort of story unfolding. And so you walk around and it's interactive. People touch you. They push you into things. No, it's not Little Shop of Horrors. I'm trying to remember what it's called. I could text my friend who I went with. But
6 floors, though, inside of a building.
dude, it was
being
crazy.
scared.
But so they lock you in and the show is like an hour and a half. But for an hour and a half, it's fully interactive and anything you want to do, you can do. So like I went into this room and poured myself a glass of whiskey and started opening a book and reading the book. And the book was like written by a madman, you know, it was like written in blood. And this is just a random book off a shelf with like thousands of books.
Wow.
And tons of actors. And the way it was set up, man, I got to remember the name of it. The way it was set up was everything was interactive. So you could do anything you like, but there was a whole story unfolding. And if you happened to go to all the right places and follow the story or follow a character, you could kind of understand the story.
It's like a video game almost.
Basically,
So you're getting
yeah.
like bits and pieces and trying to piece it together.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
Exactly.
pretty
Did you figure it out at all?
Not at all.
Not
So
at all.
I've very, very rarely smoked a lot of pot in my life, but I was with my friend Kristen. You know Kristen, K-Fab.
Oh, yeah.
And she was living there and she's like, just trust me. Like you have to smoke and do this. And it was so scary. I was so
Oh my God,
terrified.
no.
I didn't know what was going on.
So confusing.
And then so we go in together, her and I, and then we literally get in the elevator to go like up to the 4th floor. We're like, we'll start on the 4th floor. And we get to the 1st floor and this guy just shoves Kristen out and slams the door.
my
so I
God.
lose her immediately. Oh, and you're all in masks. They put you in like faceless Phantom of the Opera masks.
Dude.
And so I lost her immediately and never saw her until
Pat,
3 hours
your,
later.
Your thoughts on doing this like stoned when you never smoke weed? Terrifying. It sounds like a bad experience.
It feels like it'd be a good experience if you had access to like a couple drinks.
Or a partner, like you push
yeah,
your
but he's
person
separated
away.
you from your partner.
That's
immediately.
terrifying.
Immediately. And
I'm
then
like,
I was
I
just
gotta go, I'm out of here.
And then I was just alone, and then there's people like jump out, but it's not like a scare thing, like a haunted house.
Yeah.
Like people don't jump out and scare you. It's just like someone will go running down a hall with a knife chasing someone.
Oh my
And you're
God.
like
trying to figure out
and you're
what's
trying to
going
like you're like, why do I follow them or do I go this way or
Yeah.
like it's
That
crazy.
sounds cool.
It was cool. I asked for the name. I'll see if we can find it later in the show, but I can't remember what it was called.
Okay, so you said you're gonna your big summer vacation is gonna be a 4-mile skateboard ride.
Well, no, that's just what I'm doing this weekend. I'm going to Costa Rica as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Um,
What's yours? You got something going on?
I have nothing planned. We're gonna do something. I haven't planned it yet. But I just real quick, you mentioned you're gonna have a picnic.
Yeah. That's a plan.
Okay.
Pack a backpack
You
full
want
of
to know
snacks.
about the food.
No. Yeah,
Oh.
let's do a quick game.
Okay. All right. You know what they say? Saturday is for the boys. Well, Sunday is for dogs.
For the dogs.
It's for the dogs. I love my dog. I try and take him out every weekend, go for a hike with him. He's the best little guy, Hoover, and I want the best for him. That's why I literally give him Sundays for Dogs dog food. It's the best there is. It gives him noticeable health improvements. His coat is softer. He loves the taste of it. And one of the best things about living in a small house like I do is having giant tubes and cans of dog food. There's nowhere to store it. Sundays for the Dogs comes in a little bag. It's easy to store on your shelf. Dog loves it. I love it. Makes him healthy. Keeps him outdoors.
Hey, my dog loves it too. Just started him on it.
Look, we're all animal people. That's why we do this show, and it helps us, and it helps your dog. Sundays for Dogs is the best food. Your dog's going to love it. There's no downside to it. 14-day money-back guarantee if your dog doesn't love it. So please, just give it a try.
If you're wondering what does wildlife biologist Forrest Galante feed his dog, you could get 40% off your first order of Sundays. Go to sundaysfordogs.com/wild or use code WILD at checkout.
So, dude, I told you guys how I woke up and my dog peed right at my feet.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, shortly after that, a couple weeks ago, my cat puked right at my feet, and he had been puking all over the house.
Yuck.
So obviously, I'm like, got to do something about this. And we switched his food over
Okay.
to this brand called
That's
Smalls.
the one I told you about.
Yep. And then what did you do?
Well, no,
Hit
here,
him
'cause-
up. Sorry.
No, but did it work? Is he still throwing up?
No, it worked.
Oh, good.
You think about it. Where did cats descend from, Forrest?
Giant predatory felines that would hunt the jungles and deserts of the world.
Did they eat kibble?
Oh, most certainly. Yeah, they like little grain-fed nuggets. Yeah.
No, they don't.
They don't.
I switched my cat because she's old to Smalls. Loves it.
Fresh.
Legit did a side-by-side taste test of her own food.
Yeah.
Would only eat the Smalls. And was like, that's all I'm going to give you from now on.
So it's like a high protein,
high protein, real. It's really designed for the diet that this animal should be eating.
Yeah.
nice.
It's a great cat food, honestly.
For a limited time only, because you are a Wild Times listener, you can get 35% off Smalls plus an additional 50% off your first order by using code WILD. That's an additional 50% off when you head to smalls.com and use promo code WILD. Again, that's promo code WILD for an additional 50% off your first order plus free shipping at smalls.com.
Boom. Love my cat.
I know it's spring, but it feels like summer in Southern California. Peter came over with another friend, and we did a pool night the other night, little 3-person pool party.
That's right.
Peter looking real good shirts off. Best shirts off shape since I've known you, which is like almost 20 years.
Thanks, mate. Well, I'll tell you, it's been a little tough to stick to the diet, but I started using Factor, and basically they send me my meals. I'm on the Protein Plus plan, man. It takes like 2 minutes to make up these meals. I never got to think about it. They're delicious.
Yeah.
And I'm looking real trim.
No, my wife and I started doing it too because I'm like, it's just easy.
I
It's
got you
cheaper
into it.
Yeah, it's cheaper than getting takeout. The food's great, like jalapeno sweet corn, polenta, and chicken. Like
Oh
I
my
get
God.
excited. I get excited for my dinners. And dude, the egg bites for breakfast.
Oh,
Oh,
dude, I don't even eat
they're
breakfast
so good.
regularly. Now I'm eating those like every 3 days, which is a big improvement.
Yeah. Well, look, if you're interested, get started at factormeals.com/wild50off and use code WILD50off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's wild50off at factormeals.com/wild50off for 50% off plus free shipping.
It's a good deal. Great deal.
Great deal. You should do it. Go yard all baseball season long with Underdog's Pick'em game. Underdog is one of the leading sports app, and you can play now in your state. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? I think you should be. To play, all you have to do is download the app and choose whether a player will go higher or lower on one of their stats. You can choose from things like home runs, strikeouts, total bases, and so much more. Once your picks feel good, you can play with as little as $1. If you get everything right, you could win up to 1,000 times your money. This week, I'm just going higher on a bunch of Yankees statistics because I'm a Yankees fan. It makes the games more fun, and they've been smashing, and it's been working. So I'm just rooting for my team and making cash.
Nice. Download the Underdog app and sign up with promo code WILD to unlock a special offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. That's promo code WILD. Must be 18 plus, 19 plus in Alabama and Nebraska, 19 plus in Colorado for some games, 21 plus in Massachusetts and Arizona, and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In Arizona, call 1-800-NEXT-STEP or text NEXT STEP to 53342. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY.
DFL
Jingle.
top 3.
Yeah. Dead fucking lost.
Okay, thank you for the jingles. Appreciate
Top
you.
3 DFL items to have in a picnic basket.
All right, I like that.
Wow,
I like
that's
that a
good.
lot.
You go first.
Okay,
Mhm,
easy.
mhm.
Easy because number 3, standard picnic item, a good old granola bar. Now,
That's very lame. That's my
let me
DFL.
explain why.
Probably one of those Nature's Valley ones. Too,
Exactly
that
right.
crumbles all over.
Exactly.
Get
And not
the hell
even the
out of
nice,
here.
Snort
soft,
it.
chewy kind, the hard, crunchy kind.
Oh my god.
And I'll tell you why. Because
Please do.
they're disgusting 100% of the time unless you're on a hike. There is something about when you're out on a hike, that exact one right
no,
there.
those are the worst.
Dude, I'm telling you, they taste
You do
like
get-
shit
you do
unless
get
you're
2
outdoors.
in a pack because they're so bad.
It's the only time they're edible at all is if you're out on a hike. There's no other time.
But I'm picturing like a Yogi Bear style
yeah, like
picnic
sit
basket.
down,
Oh, like a nice
lay down the
picnic.
blanket.
Yeah, not like you're pulling it out of a fanny pack and
Oh, well,
shoving it in your
while
face.
you're walking. Let's just say you're stationed and you pull it out.
well,
and
it's
have
too
the
late now
thing.
because I picked that.
All
But
right,
for my
Steve.
next 2, I will do a more gourmet picnic style.
Okay.
Mhm.
Oh man. Okay. I was thinking all like snacks too. All right. Coming in at number 2, if I'm going for a picnic, especially sitting down in the shade, enjoying it, I want cheese and crackers.
Great
course.
pick.
ideally a nice soft brie. It warms up in the backpack or the picnic basket while you're on your way out
Disgusting warm
there.
brie.
So nice.
No,
Okay.
people bake brie all
They
the
bake
time.
brie?
Oh, yeah.
Bake brie.
warm brie's
A
okay.
nice-
I should have named my kid Bake Brie. It's a good name. Bake
A nice warm brie
All
and
right.
some
Okay.
A
crackers.
nice sun-warmed brie.
Absolutely. And then if I'm going to have that, at my number one is just a variety of deli meats. I basically just want an out in the woods charcuterie board.
DFL?
DFL for a picnic chocolate.
Oh, sure, yeah.
It's just goop. It
Turns
doesn't
into
matter
soup.
what picnic you ever go on. If you have chocolate, it's just goop by the time you're
I'm gonna go
eating it.
next just because
Jump
like
in.
I'm annoyed because it's adjacent. But
Yeah.
number
Then you shouldn't have asked me.
No, I know I shouldn't have corrected you. And by the way, if I was the one that was answering with snacks, I would have been skewered on this podcast.
Yeah, you could have
That's all I'm
gotten
saying.
murdered.
Yeah, I would have said you were dumb.
Yeah, exactly. Instead, we were over here encouraging you, being supportive, helping you figure it out. Anyways, so number 3 for me, you got to have, like bought from an Italian deli sandwiches wrapped up, so it's not like a soggy white bread sandwich. It's like a submarine style sandwich. Delicious.
Love
I
that
literally
pick.
don't think I've had a deli sub like that, a deli sandwich in like 3 years.
Oh, my wife makes me get them like once a month. She has this place in Agora Hills that she loves.
We
and
should have done that
They're
for lunch.
so
Yeah, we
good.
should have. Look
Yeah.
at that with the cornichon.
Sounds
on top.
so
Oh my
good.
god!
Yeah.
Even
All right.
that's on the flatbreads. I'm talking more of a Subway.
Why did we order pokey for
I don't
lunch?
know. We should have done subs.
Italian
We're obsessed
hoagies.
with that place.
Yeah.
All right, what else?
All right, so number 2 again is it must be chunks of cheese that you can eat with some sort of like a dip, squares of cheese like with a toothpick that you can dip maybe in.
But you're dipping your cheese
Yeah,
into
what do you-
something else?
Into more cheese?
I've literally never done
not
such a
cheese. Like
what are you dipping it into?
Maybe
Meat?
hummus. No, like a dip of some. Maybe
Okay.
artichoke dip.
Okay.
Okay.
I bet that's good.
Anyways, next.
I dipped a string cheese into tzatziki last night.
There
Oh,
you go.
tzatziki. That's another good one. You
Tzatziki's
might.
good.
It's fucking great.
Tiki's really good.
4 a.m.
Number 1.
Still awake.
Aside from your Camelback that's already filled with vodka or whiskey,
Yeah. Okay.
you must have a bottle of wine,
White
red
wine.
wine.
White wine.
Well, white because if
Hang
it's
on.
not chilled, it's going to be warm, and white wine warm is gross.
That's
That
true.
That is.
I guess you
correct.
could put some ice cubes in the picnic basket with it to keep it chilled.
It's already melted.
Okay, so we're going red wine.
Yeah.
No, something light,
I
maybe a
lost that.
little not too dry, but like a little sweet, but not too sweet. All right, and then
Bit sweet.
well, dead fucking last is obviously those granola bars.
Yeah.
yeah, I blew it on that one.
I'd rather shoot myself into space than eat one of those fucking granola bars. Let me tell you.
I mean, they are terrible. That was my whole point of it.
hurt
Like
your
they're
teeth.
terrible,
They're on every craft services table that's ever existed.
and no one
On
touches
any
them.
and they've never been touched.
Never, never.
They get a disc. They're worse than day old bagels that you find in the trash.
That's true.
That's hideous.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Not my best
clearly
pick.
you guys are all on the right page. So you want a baguette with
baguette.
brie and some
Oh,
sort of
yes.
cured pork, like a salami.
Ooh, yeah.
Very simple.
Yeah.
A little mustard in there, maybe a
Yeah.
few greens, not too many.
See, I like your
wish
description.
we'd ordered subs. It's the only thing I
Yeah,
can think of
I
right
know.
now.
Your description is good because that will stay good. Like
It's not
there
gonna
won't have
suck.
cheese in there. You won't have any wet sauces on there. No lettuce.
Yeah,
That's good.
that's good. That's a good pick. I'm happy with that. I want
Mm-hmm.
I want a nice thing of dill pickles.
Ooh, I
You're
like
a
it.
big pickle
My son
guy.
would love that.
By the way, the vinegar, the pickle juice, good for muscle cramps.
Is it?
Yeah,
Didn't your brother invest in a pickle company?
he did.
Yeah, a quite famous one now.
Yeah,
They did
Yeah.
well.
they did. Yeah, the guy was making pickles in his garage.
So would you say your brother's like as into pickles as you are, or was it just like a off the cuff
I've
thing?
never seen him eat a pickle.
just a smart
never seen him eat
businessman.
one.
All right, so
And
we
then-
got yeah.
Yeah, and then of course you just have to have the alcohol component, and the correct answer is red wine, not
Yeah.
white. Warm white wine is piss.
Dude, I'm
Heinous.
going on a picnic after this with granola bars and warm white.
Oh
wine.
Yeah.
my God,
Yeah.
you
That's
will
all I'm
be
going to
alone,
take with me.
sir.
Yeah.
That'll be a lonely hike.
Unfortunately, DFL is what Forrest picked, Nature Valley granola bar, which the best way to ingest is to snort it up your nose because it's dust. And
It's always dust. When
such
you
a
take it out
mess.
of your backpack, it is dust
You give,
every
give
time.
one of those to your kids in the back of the car and
Well,
see if
choke.
you ever get a chance of getting those crumbs out
Oh,
of the
that's
car
it.
seat.
That's it. You know how when you drive off the lot with a new car, your car devalues 10 years? If you hand your kid a Nature
Yeah.
Valley granola bar, it
20
devalues
years.
it 25 years.
25
Immediately.
25
Immediately.
years. Kyle, real quick, just DFL.
I don't go on picnics.
Just DFL. I know
Imagine
you
you
were
did.
waiting for that, but DFL.
DFL. Oh boy.
And you can't pick Nature Valley granola
I
bars.
mean, that is probably the well, like gummies.
Okay, that's pretty bad. Yeah, that's yucky.
You know what would be another good DFL pick is octopus sashimi.
That would be bad.
Any
Yuck.
sushi.
Any sushi.
Any
Yeah.
cold raw fish on a picnic is bad.
You can't do that.
But if you could pull it off, your woman would love you. If you could have it come out as fresh sushi.
Hey, you know
my
what's
God.
another essential for me on a picnic or any other time, even right now while I'm slurring my words?
Okay.
My magic mind.
Oh, dude, I got the Magic
time.
Mind
It is
Max
time.
over here, dude.
Yeah, that one's great. That's the new 165 milligrams of slow release
Which
caffeine.
I thought was going to make me jittery, but
No.
evidently I was reading about it because I do this with anything I ingest, like a nut. They added more of the other stuff in there to kind of smooth it out.
Yeah, it's slow release, whatever that means.
Props to you, Magic Mind.
Yeah, I'm
Max.
going to do the caffeine free
Yeah.
because I've had a lot of caffeine.
Yeah, you came in jittery, and then I'm
I
sticking
still
with
love
the
it.
OG,
Still
and that's
love it.
one of the cool things about having new products that they're coming out with. There's a magic mind for everybody. So
Kind of a controversial thing came out, but politics
your
aside.
headwear.
That is controversial.
That is controversial. But politics aside, anyways. But so a House committee has declared National Park Service areas such as the Channel Islands, which I know is near and dear to your hearts,
Love it.
National Park to be minor national park and should be removed from the National Park Service management. And then also the Santa Monica Mountains recreation as non-traditional, removing management. And like,
What does that mean? What is removing management?
this is just the headline, Kyle.
They'll,
Maybe
they'll
if you
no
could pull it up.
longer fall within the management of the National Park Service.
But they'll still be managed and monitored.
They'll be
and
managed. They'll
restricted.
either go back to the state. There's multiple parks that
Well,
have.
that's what I'm wondering
Well,
about
that's not
here.
bad then, right? Does that matter?
Well,
I don't know.
Let's
I
see
don't
what
know the full
actual-
story, but I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to reduce. There has been a movement over the last 4 or 5 years to reduce the bureaucracy involved with the National Park Service.
Let's see what it says here. So they're going to remove the
and
concessions.
This is going to come off poorly, I think, and some people might get upset.
just
but
politics aside.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Understandably, like trying to film or work in a national park
Yeah,
is a nightmare.
sure.
I mean, it's such a headache.
Too
And-
much red tape.
Well, no,
yeah, I mean-
I'm not asking to go hunt in a national park. I'm asking to take a pretty picture of a fox, and they're like, ha ha ha, buckle up. It's going to be 6 months of paperwork. And you're like, why?
I got kicked out
Yeah,
of a
exactly.
state park for drinking beer, and I didn't know you couldn't drink in this.
Did you know that
state
you
park.
can hunt in national forests?
That's
Yes, in
crazy.
national forest, but that's very different than a national park.
Sure.
for
And
some reason.
there's way more of them. There's way more national forests.
Yeah,
Anything
everywhere's
interesting
like a
there,
national
Kyle?
forest.
Like more information about it at all? Because I just read the headline. I know it's embellished sometimes, but so probably might be a net positive to you who can kind of go there and while out more than normal.
Well, I don't know.
It
I mean,
depends,
look,
because if the state of California takes it over, then they'll probably make it even more bureaucratic. and
Exactly.
much more of a mess.
exactly. I mean, yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, I don't understand the headline or what it means.
Yeah,
but what
maybe
you
not
see,
enough info.
What you see
Doesn't
with all
seem
these
like
things, though, right, is the same pattern where there's a headline that says something like, you know, we're taking away national park status, and then everybody gets upset.
Right.
And it's like, well, no, we're just handing it over to a different agency.
To
You know,
be fair,
and
I
it's
should have
not
read more.
political, and it's not as bad as you think, and it's not doesn't mean that it's going to all be cut down and slashed and burned.
Yeah.
So I hope that's the case.
I
is what I'm
just
saying.
when I read it, I thought I was thinking in my head, like, you know, I just hope they don't remove the protections from these national parks, but it doesn't really sound like that's what's happening.
I
It'll still be like
They're-
protected as a national
I mean, they're
park.
essentially trimming staff.
Okay.
I think is what they're saying. And you know, the employees that got axed are saying like, "Oh, this is inefficient. It's not good." But also like, having worked with National Park Service, it's a mess.
Sure.
There's
It wasn't
nothing
efficient
that's-
to begin with?
No,
No,
No.
God,
no,
no.
it's crazy. So yeah, I don't know. Probably don't know enough about this, but it sounds like it's just general federal budget cuts.
One more quick question, and this is not political at all, but it's something that I've always kind of wondered. At what point does an island become a continent? like is it just arbitrary? Like, because Australia and England or the UK or England are technically what, an island?
Well, yeah, every continent's technically an island. It's
England
floating
is
in
an
there.
island.
Right.
But it's
Australia's
not a continent.
We don't call it a continent.
No.
That's true, right? So we do, but I always just wondered, like, is there a certain point, like Hawaii is an island,
Certainly not a
it's
continent.
a state,
No, I
yeah,
mean,
it's not a
like
continent.
Greenland
Greenland is a
could
good
be
example.
a continent.
It's big enough. Yeah.
I mean, it's just size. It's
Do they
just
call
size.
it an island though? Greenland?
Yeah, it's an island. It's
But
a country and
I-
it's an island, just like the UK.
I think it's size and also sort of like Europe is the continent, right?
Right.
But I guess that's not an island.
Geologically as well, the plates.
Oh yeah,
Really?
where the
The
continental
tectonic plates
that
are what
makes
kind of
sense.
divide things into continents?
That's
very
interesting. Huh.
Anyways,
I guess
I've
they're
always
saying,
just kind of
there's
wondered.
7 main divisions of land. Main divisions, right? Where they're
Wow.
the size of it and the way the continental plates work.
Yeah, yeah.
But I mean, how much is Australia bigger than Greenland?
Yes.
A lot bigger?
Probably close to double, I would guess. Let's see.
I love seeing these comparisons because the globe that we look at is very inaccurate as to scale. Like it's
7.7 million square kilometers, while
So it's
Greenland.
about 3.5 times
Yeah.
bigger.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah.
But Australia is huge. I think people in the
But
rest of the world
Australia overlaid on the U.S. or whatever? I think it's like half the U.S. or something. Or like a quarter or something. Oh my
No,
god!
it's almost the same
Holy
size.
shit!
It's
I didn't know
like
it was that
bigger.
big.
it's literally the same size.
Yeah.
Just upside down.
Well, I mean, look, because where you've got like the FNQ and stuff, like far north Queensland and Darwin and stuff, is just off the map. It's almost like the exact same footprint.
Yeah, that's crazy. Wow. Yeah, I
What
had
about,
no
what
idea.
about Antarctica versus Australia?
Isn't Antarctica the largest landmass in the world?
I
Really?
don't think so, dog.
Am I way off on that?
It's
Probably-
bigger than Australia. So about probably
It's
the same
almost
size
twice
as
the
US.
size as Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird because when you look at a globe and it's sort of wrapping around, you don't get the full sense.
Could you
of-
just-
Yeah, and it's
Kyle,
just this little thing at the
Can you
bottom of the
put
globe.
the real scale of a map? Like, it's so fascinating. You look when the real sizes of continents as opposed to the globe. Like, there's the U.S. and
You're just the U.S. isn't a continent.
the North America. I'm sorry, I apologize for that.
You fucked up.
But dude, North America and South America, are they actually split in half? Right by the
Well, yeah,
Panama Canal.
there's a canal there that we dug.
So we made it.
There's
two
a creek
continents.
running between the two.
Yeah. That ships go
Anyways,
through.
I'm sorry I doglegged.
Hey,
I was
while
just
we're
curious
talking
these
about
things.
national parks and national forests, Kyle, what did we just receive from a national forest?
We received
an endorsement of some type. Oh,
Yeah.
an
Yeah.
email
An email.
Ooh.
from Hunter.
Hunter.
Hunter's from South Louisiana,
Yep.
Nice.
and he was doing a job removing a large rotten oak tree when he saw some woodpecker holes, and he was curious, could these potentially be an ivory billed woodpecker?
So he sent us some pictures.
He took photos. Yeah. So
Yep.
I haven't seen these yet.
Yeah.
Every time these sound very appealing, I send them direct to Kyle, and I'm like, let's
Sure.
dig in.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
play along.
So let's see. So
Wait, first,
Yeah.
do you believe there is still at least one ivory-billed woodpecker that's extant?
until like 5 years ago, I did, and now no.
Just because it's still not been
It's
found.
just like there's so many birders, there's so much technology, especially in the last 5 years. They've come up with a lot of these like acoustic monitoring systems.
oh, interesting.
And not that many people are using them, but still, like there's these I forget what they're called, like audio frequency detectors or AFDs or something like that. It's basically a trail camera for audio, and people are using them. Birders are using them, and there's just no hard evidence of this bird.
Okay.
So, is the ivory billed, if it were to exist, would it only reside in North America, or are they from all over?
Cuba, and then the southeast of the U.S.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right, so let's see these pics.
Here's this pictures that Hunter sent in. Here's the first one.
Drum roll. Okay.
Okay.
That definitely looks like Woody the woodpecker.
So you're looking at. So I got confused between a pileated and an ivory bill
Yep.
when we were searching.
Yep.
And there's a distinctive wing pattern with the white on the wing.
Correct. So Kyle, maybe pull up a key for us, which is ivory billed versus pileated woodpecker.
and pileated are very common regular woodpeckers.
Relatively
all
common.
All over the U.S.
But the main thing here, actually, that one was good. You had it there. So there's a couple things here. The main thing is the white on the wingtips. So see on the ivory billed how there's white triangles on the wings versus the pileated.
Yeah.
And then obviously its token name, ivory billed woodpecker. It has a white bill.
Any difference between male female?
Well,
Like-
yeah, the female of the ivory billed doesn't have the red crown.
Okay.
Yeah. So
But
it's
still
just
has
black.
the white.
And
on-
then see
on
the
wings.
eye striping and whatnot of the pileated. So let's go back to
Oh, yeah.
the picture from our guy here. There is what appears to be some white on that lower wing. Do you see that?
It
Yeah.
does look like that.
That's interesting.
That tail feather goes out really far too. Is that same
the
on
same.
both birds?
That's the
Yeah.
same. And the size, the ivory billed's a little bit larger than the pileated, but they're both really big birds.
And
Is
not
there
enough
another
scale
photo,
there.
Kyle?
There is.
The neck is smaller than Forrest's right leg.
Is there a bird in this photo?
Yeah, I see it.
Oh,
You're not going to be able to see enough about the face,
It's tough.
I don't think.
no.
Can
Go
you go
back
back
to the
to the key?
first one.
Yeah, so what you have is an intriguing white streak down the wing.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to the key. Kyle.
Hard to say conclusively though, because of the quality of the picture.
Because the pileated also has some white that runs down the side, right, on the body.
Under its wing, yeah. But I think what happens a lot, and I would say what's happened here, go back to it, Kyle. What's happened here is they have a beautiful shimmer to their feathers, and the light is catching it just right so that the camera makes it look as though there's white coming off that lower wing. But what it really is that angle is perfectly reflecting the sunlight. So it's getting that shimmer, and it distorts the image a little bit to make it look as though it's got white on it. So certainly not conclusive, but of all the Ivory Billed Woodpecker photos I've seen, of which there are now tens of thousands, it's one of the better ones. It's one of the more compelling looking ones.
The tough thing is, most people that are even interested aren't out there with a birding camera.
Right.
Yeah. Same with aliens.
You got an iPhone, and by the time you zoom in,
yeah.
you can't tell the difference between a shimmer.
Totally.
But we love when people send this stuff in. Keep it coming.
fun.
A little clue for Hunter, who took this, and anybody else: take a video. Whenever, if you're just pulling out your iPhone, you're like, what could that be? Take a video instead of photos, because video is much more conclusive. There are recognizable patterns in video versus a photo. Oh, it flew that way. Oh, it made that sound. Whatever it happens to be, take a video. So that way, even if this is the best image you get from the video, maybe if you had seen this bird take off, that would have told you enough to know from the flight pattern whether or not it could have actually been an ivory bill versus a
let's also, here's another thing. How long does it take you to frame up the photo and take a photo? Let's say it takes about 10 seconds.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If you're filming, what's the math on this, Peter? How many photos do you have if you film for 10 seconds?
Usually, 24 photos per second.
Right. So even if you film for 10 seconds, you have 240 photos.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Can show you different angles, it moves, and
Especially
the sun changes
if you're
or whatever.
in 4K or 8K, you really want to do it. Get in 8K. Those stills, they might have some motion blur, but they're still going to look pretty good even at that.
And
frame rate.
a good example is that colossal squid we looked at a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
If that had just been a single image, nobody would have known what it was.
Well,
That's
same,
true, yeah.
Yeah, same with when we looked at the thylacine last week or a couple weeks ago, I think the last podcast, I think your assumption on it at the end of the day was behavior based because of the way it was walking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Anyway, thanks for sending those in, Hunter. It's always fun to see. Speaking of extinct and rare animals, there was a very interesting piece of news, and I haven't seen this yet. A mysterious shark was spotted alive for the very first time.
Okay.
So we have a shark mystery.
Yeah, a shark mystery.
We're shark heavy, but people like sharks.
People
Who
love
doesn't
there's
like
a
There's a
whole
whole
sharks?
week dedicated to it.
There is a whole week dedicated to them. So here we have scientists captured the first ever live footage of the deep sea painted swell
So
shark.
this is the footage.
That's it right there.
Okay.
I'll be honest, it looks like a lot of other swell sharks, which is really cool. I love swell sharks, by the way. Peter, any idea? Let's play a game. Pause for a second. We're going to play the
Cool
Guess
looking
Why
shark.
game. Ready?
Sure,
Give me a jingle,
sure.
Kyle. Give me a jingle.
He doesn't know what to do.
That's an applause.
Guess why?
Yeah, yay. I don't even know.
Guess why?
I was going to try and say
Guess why it's called a swell shark?
Okay. I'm gonna give two guesses. My more likely guess is that when there's big swells of water,
Hmm?
it feeds. And then my second guess.
No, you only get one. Then he
My
gets
s-
one.
All right.
Then you can have another.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that it's a filter feeder, and it's like swells up as it eats plankton. And
I was also going to say something about its body swelling.
Kyle, do you know why it's called a swell shark?
I do.
Oh, well.
Well, what is it?
Well,
What
he
is
looked
it?
up.
What is it
He
then?
looked it up. He
Well,
looked
you
it
kind
up.
of said it. The body swells up.
Yeah, but it's a
Okay.
defensive response, not from eating. So they're kind of the puffer fish of the
Yeah,
shark
you
world.
idiot.
Okay.
They're kind of the puffer fish of the shark world, and they're called swell sharks because they're small benthic sharks which means they live on the bottom, that primarily to rest, they'll go wedge themselves into the cracks of reefs and caves and things. And then if anything tries to grab them or attack them, they swell up full of water like a puffer fish. And by doing that, they wedge themselves into that crack or cave so nothing can get them out to eat them.
Crazy.
Do all
Just take little bites off its tail.
Yeah.
do all swell sharks live in oatmeal?
Oatmeal?
Look at the video
Is that
of this thing.
Oh, it does look
it's
like
literally
oatmeal.
just living in a bowl of oatmeal.
It's really cool. But so
Yeah,
most
this is 1,800 feet down.
that's
that might
what's
have been
really
the worst
interesting.
joke you've ever said on the podcast.
I liked
Well,
it.
it's,
My
it's
laugh
because
was
Kyle
fake.
clicked away from the video.
Oh, so your timing.
I
was-
had the joke in my head.
Yeah.
He clicked away, and I thought about aborting the mission.
Yeah.
and decided I was still going to do it.
Yeah.
I started thinking about those little sponge animals that get bigger and bigger, and then I was like, no, that can't be it. That doesn't.
I also have I'll be honest, I have a few close friends that listen to the pod
Uh-huh.
and think I'm funny.
Well, you are funny.
So I make, sometimes I just make jokes because I know I can
For
picture
them.
these three
Yeah.
people listening in their car.
And laughing.
Yeah.
Laughing it up. Yeah.
So what was really cool about this is a lot of swell shark species, Japanese swell shark, California swell shark, there's dozens of them, are shallow water species.
Mhm.
This footage came at 1,800 or so feet down but here's what's interesting, in Timor-Leste, which once they figured out how to identify it, which I think was incredibly challenging because they're like, what the hell is this? They figured out it was the painted swell shark, which was 683 miles outside of its known range.
Oh, wow.
So that's why, and it's really cool because this happens a lot, right? You look at an animal and you go, what the fuck is that? Whatever that creature is not known from this part of the world.
Right.
And so
right.
it probably took a lot of scientists, a lot of shark experts, a lot of effort to figure out what it was because they thought the nearest possible, that animal, they never thought that animal could be 683 miles from where
Wasn't
its
even
known
on
range
their
was.
list.
No, it's not on
even
the
on their
radar.
list.
And this
Yeah.
happens this happens a lot where you see something and you're like, what could that be? And then you go on Google, you're like, known sharks of Rhode Island.
Right.
And you're like, nope, it's none of those.
Well, now it'll be on there because it'll be like one anomalous incident. There was one of these sharks
Well,
found 680
but I
miles
don't think it's
lost.
anomalous because we
No
just
one's
don't,
looking down there.
Nobody's looking down, 1,800 feet in Timor-Leste. So that shark might have a massively expansive range that we have no idea about.
Interesting.
And could there be something about the climate there that this particular shark just lives deeper than it would in other areas where it's known to live closer to the surface?
Probably. So
the
I
water
don't
temp or
I don't
something?
know the shark well enough to say, but wherever its regular range is probably cooler, which is why it's probably up higher. And then here it's probably going down deeper to seek that cooler water. That would be my
Interesting.
guess.
I mean, I don't know. When you say like something that lives in the ocean was found 600 miles from where, it's like, it could be anywhere.
Totally. Well, why don't you look it up, Kyle? Why don't you give us a quick range map of
It's
the
the
painted
ocean.
swell
Yeah.
shark? Don't
It's
screw
pretty
this
big.
up. You have to get it immediately.
Speaking
Um,
of footage, Forrest, I noticed A, that you don't have any shoes on, but B,
Popped him off when I walked into the studio.
the biggest, did you laugh because I said footage?
Yeah.
Well, no, I laughed because of why he's not wearing shoes.
Well,
Can I
the-
quickly tell you why?
Yeah, it's fine.
Sure.
It's embarrassing.
He got here and he was sweaty.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so he wanted to change his shirt.
Yeah.
And then he took his shoes off
Yep.
and then realized he wasn't changing his pants.
Yep.
And then out of anger at himself, refused to put his shoes back
and
on.
pointed this out to everybody, or
sounds-
just to Pat. But
That's
I,
about right.
I couldn't believe I took my shoes off to change my shirt. I don't know why I did
the
that.
first sign of
Wow.
dementia.
Yeah, I think I'm slowly fading.
But I noticed that you like normally you sit just like this, but you've really been like you've been tucking your
Well,
feet
do you know
under
why?
your butt.
Do you know
You've been,
why?
Like, cross-legged.
Because you're shoeless.
Because I'm shoeless, so I have no support down here.
There's
so
no
slipping
you're
around.
Slipping and
So
sliding.
usually I'm sitting like this, but as I'm sitting here with no shoes, my feet are sliding. So I keep having to tuck them up on the chair.
so
Well, you'll
animated.
fall right out of the chair.
It'd be hilarious. Just let it happen.
What if he slid out of the chair and chipped his tooth on the mic
Yeah.
on the way
Oh,
out?
do you
my
believe
god!
such-
I would be cackling.
Do you remember
like
when
a
I
hyena.
headbutted the mic?
Yeah.
I had like
Oh,
an
yeah.
open wound on my nose for like 6 days after
I think
that.
you might have broken your nose.
Those were the good old days. I think those were audio only days.
No,
No,
that was
this
like
was-
6 weeks
This was
ago.
in April or
Yeah.
maybe March.
I don't
I have a
remember.
bad memory.
He,
Sorry.
he was reenacting something and he headbutted.
Yeah.
Oh, it was
Made me bleed.
it was some animal
yeah.
that headbutted you.
That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
right.
it's a
Oh, he's-
kangaroo.
Oh, it wasn't when he was talking about how his first attack move would be a headbutt.
I don't
No.
know. I'm just that stupid
Kangaroo.
that I.
Oh,
hurt
the one
myself
where there's a
on the mic.
video of you getting attacked.
Yeah, that was something. Kyle, let's play a game. What do you got?
I'm a
You
little
wanna play
tipsy.
Animal
I gotta
Ikea?
admit.
Really?
A little bit.
Good for you.
I know. I've had
But
one light strike.
At least you're hydrated.
Yeah.
That's true.
Dude.
Do you want to play Animal or IKEA?
Sure. My wife hates this game.
Can you tell the story? I don't think you've told
Did
it.
I
on the
tell it
public-
or did I just text you guys?
You
I don't
texted
remember.
it. I
No, he told us.
might have
Oh.
mentioned it on the
Anyway,
bonus,
just
but not on the
quickly,
public.
my wife angrily called me on the phone while she was driving the other day. I was like, "What? Why are you so pissed off?" She's like, "Because you were playing Animal or IKEA, and the only thing you insulted was a piece of furniture that you didn't know, and you said how much you hated it, and it's literally the couch in your office that I
The
put
one
there.
piece
she
of
bought
IKEA
you.
That she bought for
I'm
me.
surprised.
Of course
Yeah,
she did.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I believe Peter slept on it. How was
Yeah,
it?
I did.
You did.
I slept on it.
How's this work?
Jerked on it.
All right, I'm going to read a word, and you guys are essentially going to guess, is this word an animal or is it something that you would buy from IKEA?
Okay,
I love it.
All right, first
let's
up,
go.
clip-on. Clip-on.
Clip on.
Clip-on.
Clippin is it's another very poorly made. What's the thing called where it can be a couch or a bed?
A futon.
A futon.
Futon,
It's a futon from IKEA. The Clippin line.
It's a side standing footstool, like a nice padded one that you move over for your feet and then move it back.
Got
Again, poorly made.
I think it's a poorly made fan that clips right onto the windowsill.
That's a clip on. That's a different thing.
Hey,
Makes perfect
shut your
sense.
butt. Yeah.
I'm going to give Patrick a full point for that
Whoa!
one.
Really?
It's a futon.
It is a cheap couch. From
No
IKEA.
way.
Wow.
That'll
Full
do. That'll
point.
play. Full point.
I say give him 0.9.
That's the first time anybody's
0.9
won
of
a
a
full
point.
point on
It's
Animal
true.
or
In this
IKEA.
game, yeah.
It's true.
All right, what do we
full
got?
point. Next up, Solenodon.
Solenodon.
What do you
This
think, Pete?
must be an animal. Solenodon is like a big slug that carries a Jedi sword with it.
So I know it's an animal, but now I'm getting pissed off at myself because I can't remember if it's like a small shrew looking thing or if this was like the name for the giant sloth. I think it's like a small shrew looking animal.
Okay.
Give him the point.
Wait. Oh, you know?
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A small shrew?
It's a small venomous shrew-like animal
Yeah,
from
wow.
Cuba.
Yep.
Only
so
found
that's
in Cuba.
1.9 points.
Where were you with me when we got to see one?
No.
Where was I?
Can you pull one up? I'd
Someone
like to
in
see it.
Florida, of course, had one,
Solenodon.
a Solenodon, and I was like, "How do you have this?"
So it's
And they went, I don't know, man.
Yeah, pretty
Because-
much. It was
yeah,
Florida.
Florida.
trapped it. I don't
I
know.
woke up and it was in my
No,
piss.
they had two of them.
Oh,
and
they're pretty
they got
big.
them. Yeah, it was wild to see. I remember who it was. I'm not sure I'm
Venomous.
supposed to say it out loud, so I'm going to say nothing.
Wow, so he's got a pretty hefty glove on holding that thing. It must
Yeah.
actually be
Uh-huh.
dangerous.
All right.
Yep.
Let's do
2
a quick
points for
one.
Patrick.
Do you
Yes.
know where they're from by
Cuba.
chance? Oh, you said
Cuban
that.
Solenodon.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
All right, next up, Poang.
I think it's pieing.
Okay. Poang. Pang.
It doesn't sound Ikean.
Must put the
Does
spelling
Does
of
that
these
sound
words on
Scandinavian to you?
in the edit.
Doesn't.
Poang.
Yeah, this is.
It is a piece of furniture. This is a trick question.
Absolutely.
I don't know why, but this is a Scandinavian take on an Asian armoire. What's an armoire? I just knew the
Oh,
word.
dude, an
Something.
armoire is
Yeah.
like a big,
Made of wood.
a big
cabinet?
like a cabinet,
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
big
yeah,
one
yeah.
with,
Okay.
like a hutch. You know what a hutch is?
Nope.
Anyways,
I'm going to go animal.
Mm.
And I think Poang is. It's a Thai word for. Thai word for turtle.
It's a panda bear. Ding, 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 ding.
No points.
No points. It is a piece of furniture, but it's an armchair.
Ooh.
Oh, he said
I said the
armoire.
word arm. I mean, that's like a third of a point.
Point.
I gotta give him a
Two?
quarter.
Yeah,
Point two.
Point 2.25.
Okay.
Point
Take it.
225.
Yeah.
All right, next, Dole. Dhole.
I started. You start.
Okay, so a dole, DHOLE, is a
Or is it dole?
dole.
It might be. You
Or is
never
it
know.
D-hole?
Or D-hole.
It's definitely a D hole. All right,
Joel.
I gotta go right here. This is a footrest at IKEA.
That was literally my guess 2 guesses ago.
This is a different
No, but
word.
yours was movable. This one weighs too much.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is a D hole
So
one.
Dole is an animal, and I'm really getting mad at myself because I fucking know that Forrest knows, and I'm
Damn it.
struggling to picture the fucking thing. I feel like it might be in Battle Royale.
All right, give him a hint,
card
like
game.
a little bit of a hint.
Yeah,
Sure.
give me-
but
give me
not a
hint.
giveaway.
Sure.
It is in the card game.
It lives
is,
on
yeah.
the Indian continent.
Fuck.
Does that help?
Pass. I'm gonna find it.
No. Give him something
He's
else.
finding it in the game right now.
Oh,
a
nice.
Dole, it lives
Available on
Indian
Amazon.
What'd you say on the?
It's a predator from India.
A predator.
Uh-huh.
Oh, is it a reptilian?
Nope.
How
Okay.
big?
I
Give a
fucked up.
size. Give a size-ish.
It is medium.
So like a tiger or like an alligator?
Smaller than a tiger, bigger than a cat, a house cat.
Which
Any idea?
deck would it be in?
I don't remember. Do you remember?
No.
No.
All right.
Body, maybe? I don't know.
All right.
Should I
There's
say what it is
1,000
now?
cards in that deck. Let's hear
Should
it.
I say what it is?
Yes.
A dhole is an Indian dog-like predator, like a jackal.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably the number one thing that I want to see in the wild in India that I haven't seen.
Oh, why so?
They're just really cool. Their numbers are diminishing. They're beautiful.
Very cool.
Pack
looking.
hunters.
Almost
yeah.
like an Indian fox.
It's a cross between a fox,
Coyote.
a maned wolf, and then the
Yeah.
musculature of its shoulders, a man.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. They're so
beautiful.
cool. Very, very shy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, very shy
For
dogs.
what do they feed on?
They're hunters. They'll go out. They'll hunt deer.
know
They'll
they're
hunt
hunters.
rabbits. Basically anything. Yeah.
Are the rabbits wascally?
Very wascally.
All
Yeah.
right. Next up.
Next.
What we got?
1 point for Forrest. Next.
He's got 1.225. I have 1.9.
I have
Next.
0.00.
Well, you're going to get this.
Okay.
I know you are.
Snigler.
I won't
Wow.
even attempt to say this word.
Snigler.
Kyle just got
Wow,
canceled.
Kyle. Well, it was nice knowing you.
Make sure you put the spelling up on the screen
Yeah,
for
you
all
must.
these words.
Is it
Might be pronounced Snigler.
Sniglayer.
Snigler.
It's definitely not pronounced a third way.
No. It's got to be furniture. It's got to be.
Yeah.
No way. This is an animal. This is a digging. This is a naked roll mat. Naked mole rat.
This is
Roll
a line
mat.
of very poor quality plateware
Oh, that's a good guess.
from IKEA.
From IKEA. That's a good guess.
Ika- Ika-
I'm going to say that a snigler is a bedside table lamp stand.
Not even a thing.
Oh.
A lamp stand.
I don't know. Something
Lamp
goes
too
beside your
small?
bed.
Get a Snigler.
It is a piece
Snigler.
of furniture.
What is it?
It is a baby crib.
That's
We
ridiculous.
haven't guessed that at all.
So are they playing on the word snuggler?
Is this an actual? Where are they
Schnagler?
from? Sweden.
I'd like to see what this poorly made crib looks like.
I also want to know where these words come from. Is this an actual word in their country?
Also, who put it on a Snickers bar?
Oh, it's Norwegian. That's what it's called in Norway.
So a baby's crib.
Yeah,
a
but
crib
look
is
how
actually a
minimalist
sniggler.
that
So-
crib is. That's hilarious.
So, by the way, you want a crib that your baby definitely falls out of?
yeah. Buy the 3-sided Snigler.
Dude, what a piece of shit.
Yeah, no kidding. Wow.
Fuck off.
I mean, I'm assuming that there's a side that attaches and detaches. No, or am I?
I would assume
Insane.
so,
Who
but this
knows?
isn't a fucking
This
IKEA
next one's
commercial.
real fun, Pat. Can you pronounce it for us?
This is a Grimsas.
Grimsas. Grimsas. Sorry, Kyle. Can you pronounce it?
Yeah, Grimsas.
How do you
Nice.
say
Nice. He rolled the R.
You know, Kyle just said the word cream sauce.
cream sauce? What is the little circle, the degree symbol above a vowel?
Do
In
you
this
get
case,
an
A.
umlaut on an A? I don't know. What is that?
I don't think that's an umlaut. Umlaut's 2 dots.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, it's not an umlaut. The umlaut goes over the oo.
How do
Oh,
you
that makes
say
sense.
it?
I don't-
Grimsales.
Grim sauce.
Go, Peter, quickly.
Cream sauce.
A grim sauce.
It's cream
This
sauce.
is the sauce they serve with the meatballs they give out at IKEA.
That's
Wow.
a good guess.
If that's true, and this was a trick by Edwin, he's fired, and nothing will stop me from flipping this table. If it's meatball sauce at IKEA, I'm flipping it.
I hope it is.
Oh, me too.
You want to take a guess?
Yeah.
Or is that all you can think of
No,
now? Yeah.
it's
He's
kind of all I
raging
can think
because he
of.
read.
No, this is an animal. I believe I'm 90% sure this is the Norwegian word for a wolf, which is found in the northern forests.
Grimsas.
Grimsas is well known to be a very well-made corner book stand.
Oh, so you wedge it in the corner and you get more square
Exactly.
area.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Fuck.
So
Not
harsh,
even me.
that sound.
Come
I
on.
wanted to flip.
What is it?
Grimsas is
Grimsas?
a pendant light.
A pendant light.
Let's
From
take a
IKEA.
look at this piece of
No
dog
one's
shit.
ever bought this product.
to be honest, though, I do like IKEA.
Oh, it actually looks
Yeah.
really nice.
I bought one thing when I first moved to LA. I went there and bought silverware. And the first time I used the fork, it fully just bent.
Well, were you trying to do like some kind of ESP psychic shit with
It's
it?
actually
Yeah.
quite a nice light, to be honest.
It's
I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want that thing that low over my bed, though.
Would you want it 4 inches above your coffee table, like in that photo? Though?
Definitely not.
clip
out
this
with
whole
that
game out and send it to IKEA and see if they want to sponsor the podcast.
Just add bleeps.
And just Frankenbite every time Patrick says piece of shit. Just change it to piece of awesome.
Piece of art.
Yeah.
Piece of good.
What is this piece of art?
No,
Two
make
more.
it-
I love this
make
game.
it the Swedish
Let's do
word
2 more.
for
All right.
good.
Yep, 2 more. Next up is Oncilla.
Is that Oncilla or Oncilla?
Or Oncia.
Onchaya.
Oncia. This is an orca.
Nicely done.
An orca?
Definitive.
Orxilla.
Quick.
Mm-hmm.
Could be right. You go.
I go, it's a type of cat.
Is that correct?
I don't know.
But
Okay.
just for reference,
Oncia.
animal.
Animal.
Oncia.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll stick with it. I'm going to go animal, and oncia is a tarantula.
Forrest gets a point.
You knew it.
I knew
is
it.
it?
Yeah. But I was trying not to blow it
Well,
for
yeah,
everybody.
you threw me off.
Yeah.
It's a cat.
What is this adorable thing that I want to make out with?
Wait, is this the cutest, most dangerous cat?
It's one of them. Yeah. Also called a northern tiger cat. They're a beautiful little, very efficient little predators.
It's a cartoon.
Yeah. I mean, tell me you don't want to pull its lips back and kiss its teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's, you know how like kids' cartoons, everything has huge eyes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
That's
look
it.
at this.
Anime too.
Yeah.
if
they're
if
very
you're
cool.
driving or something, don't pull over. But remember when you get home to Google this thing.
Yeah, tell
Oncia.
Siri to do it.
Oncilla. It's
All
the
right.
cutest thing on the planet.
Yeah. Look at it's adorable.
Pull
They're
apart
so
its
pretty.
Patrick, the next time you see
Lips.
John Rondano, ask him about his Oncilla.
Oh yeah, I
Interaction.
forgot about that.
He has one.
Oh,
Well,
do
we
you
have to-
imagine?
we must hear the
no,
story. now.
it was we were trying to get an Oncilla to attack like a hunting decoy that I had as like behavioral enrichment, and the Oncilla was like growling at it.
Mm.
So John Rondano took his boom pole and put it down right beside the Oncilla's enclosure, and the Oncilla clued into the the fluffy the dead
big
cat.
furry thing.
Yeah.
On the mic in about half a second and just came over and swiped it through the cage, pulled it in and ripped it to shreds
Aw.
in a matter of, and he was so upset. Like John was so upset.
These are the risks you
You know
take
what's funny?
when you do this type
I'm
of shooting.
99% sure I've seen him use his boom pole to get something to attack it, and that happened before.
Oh, there you go.
What did he think the outcome was?
I don't know, but he was, remember how upset he was that happened?
Yeah,
He was like
totally.
grumpy the rest of the day and like, he's like, oh, great, there's holes in it. He's like, oh, he's eating it. He's like, no shit, dude.
Oh, he's eating it.
Dude, quick,
He's digesting it.
quick
Damn
sidebar.
it.
Kyle, pull up. There was a recent video. I don't know if you guys saw of the orangutan.
1,000 degrees in here, by the way.
I know
It's
we
so
got to
hot.
fix it after
Yeah.
this. That's all I can think about. Orangutan pulls somebody through its
Oh,
cage.
I just looked at this video literally yesterday.
Oh, no
Here we
way.
go.
I've
Yeah.
always wanted to see
Oh,
something
Facebook.
like this.
Look
Will
at this.
not let so he's
Got him.
messing with it.
Got
He
him.
gets his shirt.
And he is in front of where he should be. So that's not an area. It's a restricted area. he
Oh,
went
I didn't
into.
know that. I
Yeah.
should have known that.
Oh, you got to let it. Dude, you should have just not let it get your
This
leg.
Just tear
orangutan
your shirt.
is-
Just come out of your shirt
Oh,
or something.
that guy kicked it with a sandal.
Look at the
I
ferocity.
got to
of
see how this ends. Because the orangutan appears to have pretty sharp nails, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Dude, he's using.
He's
both
also
of his
so strong.
feet.
Like
He's
three
so
people
strong.
pulling could not actually get him to release.
No,
Oh.
look, he thinks he's gonna be gone.
No, it got his ankle.
Oh,
and that's
bite
like,
that toe.
Oh, he tried to bite the toe.
Tried
He
to bite the
tried.
toe.
Hey, can we
Who
see that
wouldn't?
last? You got to watch this if you're only listening. This is one of the best things I've ever seen. Look at he tries to bite the toe.
He went for it. The guy's lucky he kept his foot.
I think
so the guy
primates-
went
sorry, go.
over an area where he
He's-
wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah, there's another area that's supposed to be between him and that cage.
Makes sense.
Obviously,
Probably
like,
for this exact reason.
100%.
The
Imagine-
orangutan was well within its right.
Exactly.
Oh, absolutely.
Exactly.
Absolutely. If you're jumping the fence into a zoo enclosure,
Yep.
whatever happens to you is on you.
What are you doing, by the way? Like, you think it's going to give you a
Yeah,
high
start
five?
over. Go at the very beginning.
He jumped the fence to taunt the orangutan for social
Oh,
media
yeah.
clout.
Yep.
You got it.
He wanted a
Justice
high
served.
five. He
Just-
wanted a high five.
I mean, he's lucky too. Like, this is justice served. Nobody ended up getting hurt. I mean,
I
maybe
bet that guy had some bruising.
Yeah, I would think so, especially when it's pulling him against the fence.
deserved. But I will say this: I have a theory, a working theory, that primates, and this goes away with humans as they get older, but they cannot resist biting toes. My kid wants
Because you
to bite my
your
toes.
you bite your children's toes.
Well, he awakened this old, I think, subconscious thing that I had in me. I want to bite his feet off.
Well, because it does feel like if you sunk your teeth in, you could,
Just
Take
pop
one
a
off.
toe off.
You could eat one.
Yeah.
A little bone in there. Some
and it's
sinew.
perfect size snack.
Oh yeah,
It's
great
good for that
snack.
picnic basket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's
All
go,
right.
Kyle. One more.
One more. All right, this one's 10 points, by the way.
Okay.
All right.
It
Good.
seems. Oh, Forrest
Farted?
No, I'm winning.
I did
What
not
happened?
fart, but you are winning.
10 point.
It's probably 86 degrees in here.
I know. We're almost. We're good.
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
weltering.
Last one here.
Great.
Let's make it
10 points. Blahage.
blahage. This is most certainly a piece
Look
of
at that
furniture.
I know what
Word.
this is.
No, you don't.
I
Blah.
believe so.
Go ahead.
I
Blahage.
think
Go
this
for
is
it.
a IKEA toilet.
I like that. That's
Uh,
smart.
it-
Blahage.
The sound of it, it's the best guess of the night.
What was it? What was cream sauce again?
A crib.
yeah.
Okay, so this
No,
is
that was the Snigler.
Oh, you're
Blahage.
Cream
right.
sauce was the light.
You're
Yeah.
right. You're right.
so this is a floor lamp.
Okay.
That's it. It's a floor lamp.
That's good. Blahage as a
Found-
toilet makes so much sense to me. It's the
Found
only thing I can
wild.
think of now. Okay,
gotta be a
just to
claw.
piggyback off of Patrick, in case he was close but not all the way there, it's a bidet.
Mm.
Does
Ding,
IKEA
ding, ding,
sell
ding, ding, ding.
bidets?
They probably don't sell toilets either.
Probably not. What is a
Blaha-
blahage?
Blahage is a shark toy. Shark
What?
plushie.
Oh
At
my
IKEA?
god!
So that was a trick question because it was both.
Basically.
I don't know.
It's
Terrible.
like a plushie. We could just
Terrible.
say plushie.
Cut this out.
I might buy one of those.
Plushie.
kinda
My
like
kid's got
that.
2 of them. Is it that big? No.
All right, I like it.
There it
By
is.
the way, I like the Blahage.
I like the blahage.
It looks fun.
It
I'm actually going to order one.
I think
I
this was
dare
a
you.
fun podcast.
I need it.
when
It's been a long
IKEA hears this, you will get nothing in the mail. Peter, do the thing.
Well, first of all, I'm just going to say it again. If you signed up through Apple or iOS, the Apple Store, please cancel that. Go on through a desktop browser and sign up through Patreon through there. Apple takes like 30%. It's wild. It's ludicrous. I don't know if you don't know that or not. But anyways, wildtimes.club/info. Thank you for all the support you have given us over the past 5 years. We do 6 podcasts every single month, and you can get them all ad-free. Just Spotify, Apple, go there, do it. Well,
if you're
don't
still
go to
listening, comment blahage.
Apple. Don't go to Apple. No problems here, mate.
Nah, come on, don't do that. That's mine. Ba-na-na, na-na-na.
Good night, everybody.